Greetings, and welcome back to the Mcoc Encyclopedia. How are we all doing this evening? How is the sound? There should be a little bit of in-game sound, but mostly me. Good evening to Valdis, Morphe, Dan, you, me, Harry, Charles, Solarflare, NCP, Contra, Eric, nice to see you, sir. More and more and more. Nightbot is already being a bit overzealous with increased mic volume. Is that a bit better? Apologies if Nightbot gets a bit over the top with removing messages. Try not to put too many emojis in there or it goes over the top. So, I have a slight confession. This, or a close approximation of this, is the team I'm actually planning on running for the Abyss Heroes path. I wanted to do a very different team using Longshot, but also Heimdall as like the main clearer. But I forgot that I can't stream off the testing server, which is quite a problem. So had to radically change the team, put a new one together, so this is the one we'll be working with. Sentry is our absolute workhorse. He will be doing most of the fights. I would love to be running Heimdall, but unfortunately I can't. Kushala will be here for some of the cosmics, but predominantly for Captain Marvel movie. Medusa will be taking most of our tech opponents, which is mainly Ghost Knight and Infinity War, and then these two are mostly just here for support. So, that is where we're going. Everyone is rank... So we've got rank 3, rank 4, rank 3... rank 1, rank 2, I think. This is not a, like, massive whaley team. But yeah, if you have Sentry, I highly recommend him as your workhorse. He can do the vast majority... In fact, he can do all of the fights, but don't. He can do the vast majority of the fights on this easy path. If you bring Mr. Fantastic to support him, even better. Those power stings are really, really nasty. Once you get Sentry ramped up, he will rip through everything, and we'll be going through exactly how to ramp him up. Super simple. Kushala is probably the best Mystic to bring. Definitely better than Nico. I see someone asking about that as well. I would personally bring Kushala over Nico. She is so good for Venom the Duck, for Aegon as well. She shreds those two fights very, very quickly. Very fun fights with those two. Decent for Cull Obsidian, though not the best. Medusa with her armor breaks, perfect for Ghost, perfect for Iron Man Infinity War, but that's pretty much it. Then we've got these two, Power Sting synergy mostly, and then Odin pre-fights for Medusa. He's here kind of because I needed another hero. If we look at my 7-star hero roster, we are lacking a bit. If we didn't bring Odin, then who do we bring? I suppose we could stick in Heimdall for just, like, the support. And that might not be a bad idea, go like that. Get the Heimdall synergy going. Tempting. Doctor Strange is very, very good if you've got him ranked up and him going. So you'll be fine there. But realistically, I'm kind of lacking. I don't need other options. Like someone, you could say bring in a Okoye for Joe Fixit. Absolutely could, but Sentry's going to take that fight, so don't need to. If I had him ranked, North Star would take this slot because he's a very good counter for the Collector. And if I was going to do this on the testing server, I would have been using him as well, but unfortunately not. So I think actually I will bring Heimdall over Odin just for the safety net synergy. I would love to actually like rank him and use him and so on, so on, so on. But this is absolutely fine. No Wong, how fun a run can this be? Well, Ellie, you do have a point. However, no. Let's dive in. Personally, I don't think Wong is as good in Abyss as he is in Necro. In Necro, Wong is very, very good. In the Abyss, really don't think so. As per usual... Oh, yes, so some people saying White Magneto for the pre-fight. Yes. If you have him, bring him. Wags is the best champion that you can use against the Collector, even though you won't actually bring him into that fight. His passive stun for the first 60% is huge. Bring him if you have him. If you don't, tough. I will just throw on a health boost just to try and keep me alive. So this will be itemless because it's on the live account. Maybe I'll throw in some revives, but, you know, hey-ho. So, how do you ramp Sentry? Whenever you hit the opponent with Sentry, you place a debuff on them whilst you're in your grey mode. So once, literally just hitting him, that's all we're doing. And yes, I am playing on PC, which means my skills are going to be a little rusty. What you want to do is get to 20 charges on yourself. You gain one whenever you gain or place a debuff, and you shift mode. You go from grey to yellow, you go from yellow to red, and you go from red back to grey. Every time you go round, you gain... What do you gain? You gain 1 reality warp. When you get to 10, things go really, really, really well. So we got to 19. That's slightly annoying. Does Sentry need to be awakened for this? No, 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 he does not. Not at all. The halt debuff on our special one is really, really, really helpful. That means we can bypass all the unstoppables, which makes things much more fun. When we're in red mode, we've got to spam heavy attacks. Spamming heavies is where we get our debuffs from there. Ooh! Abyss Evade. And safety net from the awakened ability. Wonderful. So things are already going well. Damn, that wasn't enough. So yeah, I am playing on PC, so my skills are a little bit rusty, but I'm trying my best. And I'm not too concerned about taking damage, because Sentry also happens to have some of the best regeneration in the entire game. Oh, that was very, very, very cheeky. This is going quite poorly. But never mind. Soldier on. Let's get our hold debuff back. That'll make things a lot easier. So those power stings aren't doing the most damage at the moment, but I promise you they will in time. They will in time. Sentry can regen. Oh, you are about to learn things if you've never seen Sentry regenning. It is filthy how much regen Sentry can get. And it's really easy to access as well. You don't even have to do anything flashy for it. By the time we've got Sentry ramped up, we'll have roughly, and I do mean roughly, but roughly 10 times the damage we have now. So that is where we are going. Yeah, Special 3 gives him a whole bunch of regen, as people are pointing out. Just going to spam Special 1. So the first fight with Sentry is always the worst. It's always the longest. But we'll be getting through that. Damage already is not bad. How is he hitting through the unstoppable? So on Sentry's Special 1, we have a halt debuff. That's this one here. That means you can just hit them as if they weren't unstoppable. It's very, very powerful. And one of the best ways of applying or dealing with unstoppable that you put on the opponent. Obviously, stuff you have on you is always better. But if you can't always have things on yourself, sometimes put it on the opponent. And it's so good because it activates when you throw the special, not when you land a hit. So you can throw it against opponents that are already unstoppable. So good. Am I the Watcher? No, I'm the Encyclopedia. Would Ant-Man not be better for power stings? Possibly. But Sentry doesn't normally have power stings. That's coming from the Mr. Fantastic synergy. So, normally, I wouldn't bother. We've still got the halt. Yes, we do. Here we go. So, basically, just spamming special. If you don't want to think too much in this fight, just spam Special 1. You'll be absolutely fine. When we get him going. Oh boy, do we get him going. You can see 14k mediums. Not bad. Ooh. Messed up slightly there. Because Sentry does more damage based on his reality warp, but also for every debuff on the opponent. So, the more debuffs we can stack, and we can stack a lot of them, the more damage we do. And as we go on, we'll be able to refresh them, which is really helpful. With no Sentry, who's the next best ranked option? Probably Heimdall, and I did want to run Heimdall, but unfortunately, I can't. This is the long and short of it. But a lot of people will have got a free Sentry from Kabam. John leaving. It's Heimdall just for the synergy, it does need to be ranked. So I'm using him for the synergy, but if you wanted to use him as your main clearer, you absolutely could. And I think he would be quite good for it as well. Up to 3 reality warp, which is not... It's a little bit of a slow ramp up, but it's an easy one, so that's the main thing. Ooh, evaded my relic. How cheeky. So just got to keep an eye on the halt, because it's running out. Go, 17. Any skill champions recommended for this fight? Oh, absolutely. Black Cat is one a lot of people will be bringing. Stellarforge Starlord, if you're doing the Stellarforge Starlord challenge, he'll take it absolutely fine. In general, not for this specific challenge. In general, you could also use someone like Crossbones. But really, it's just a big thing. He doesn't have any Abyss abilities. It's just a big thing. Which honestly makes him quite... yeah. Am I playing this in real time? I absolutely am. Medium Striker. Medium, light, 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 medium, special 1. Stealthy. Oh yeah, Stealthy's phenomenal for this fight. He'll do very, very well. Plonk. Which reality warp does Sentry apply stun off his first medium? I believe that is 6. So we've still got a few to go before we get there. Oh, I'm in the heavy phase. That's why I'm not applying debuffs. Oops. Ow. This is why Indestructible's great. Stops me being a scrub. Is it advisable to rank up relics? It affects some relics more than others. So, yes. Particularly if you've got the Venom relic and a high ranked Venom, he goes very, very silly. Ow. There we go, we've got 4 reality warp now. We are starting to run out of hits, but I think we'll make it. Hulkbuster Relic goated too. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Bonk. 1, 2, 3. Special. So the yellow mode is when your basic attacks start dealing lots of damage. So we're getting some decent damage out at the moment. Throw a heavy attack. Go. Really feels like his protection's doing a lot here, even when it's not active. I wonder what's going on. That's fine. What order is it? Hardest Ordeal, Abyss, Epoch? Personally, I don't mind the Abyss, because I've done it, you know, a few times. So I don't find it scary. So for me, I found the Abyss would probably be the easiest, then the Ordeal, then the Epoch. But that's just me. Some people will say, oh no, this other one's much harder. So it's all personal preference. Oh, when we get max ramp, those heavy attacks, I promise you, we'll be hitting 100k heavies every single time. And even more when they crit. This is only a rank 3 as well. Got Throne Breaker, nicely done. Oh, that heavy range is beautiful. Would Alan Warlock work? Yes, he probably wouldn't be the prettiest champion, but I don't see why he wouldn't work. Any expert Adam Warlock players in the chat? I find Adam quite stressful to play. There are certain fights he'd do quite well for, and certain ones that he wouldn't. Moving into yellow. Bonk. Not as good as 300k specialties. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Go. Oh, we've got 50 charges left. Decent power sting damage. But actually, I don't think... I've just suddenly realised the Abyss of Enrage doesn't... The Abyss Enrage doesn't matter to Sentry. So what the Abyss Enrage does is it gives them 2 bars of power instantly. But we can bypass that with the Withers. It gives them Unblockable, which, okay, that does matter. And it gives them Unstoppable, which we can bypass with our Halt. So actually, it doesn't overly matter. That's quite fun. Good evening, Mr. Dahan. How are you doing, sir? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Or, assuming it's evening for you, of course. Let's see how much this Enrage actually matters. Does Halt stop Unstoppable? Yes, it does. It's not like an ability accuracy Halt, like Slow is. It's just, you just hit them, and it doesn't matter. Like that. You can absolutely just hit them. nearly a 10-minute fight. Oh, that was a bit dreadful. But once we've got our Sentry ramped up, he will be hard carrying. Sentry sick needed? No, absolutely not. But it is quite good for carrying bad players like myself. So we've got a Mega Redneck. He appears in this corner. There he is. I might actually just stick an attack boost on as well. Just for you guys. Also because they're an overflow. There we go. Let's keep on rolling. So we're up to 7 because we also gain 1 charge whenever you win a fight, but you lose 1 whenever you lose a fight. Any champion that could solo the Abyss, as in take every single fight? Probably not in the entire... I mean, maybe Aegon could. Maybe not. Probably not in the entire Abyss, but, you know, you could do some nuts things. Abyss is light work? Well, I've had a few runs. My best run is on YouTube, so if you want to see me absolutely demolishing the Abyss, we got the first under 40 minutes run on YouTube. So I was quite pleased with that when that came out. But I recommend instead of Kushala, any decent Mystic hero. A lot of people have been bringing Nico. You could absolutely bring Longshot was another option I was considering. Lots of options. Just a big Mystic, basically. How many revives did it take when I first did Ares? Too many. Too many. Is White Mag's good for the final boss? His pre-fight is absolutely phenomenal. Nice. The damage is starting to come in now. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, the passive stuns for the first bit is absolutely phenomenal. Ooh, those heavy attacks are starting to have a little bit of spice to them. Can I bring Doctor Strange without Awakening instead of Kushala? Yeah. Yeah, almost certainly. Bang. Now up to 8 charges. Ooh, degen. No degen. Ooh, that's a lot of degen. How do you ramp up Sentry? I would honestly just go back and watch the stream. But essentially, you place debuffs on the opponent by hitting them. That gives you your bulwarks up here. Convert those into passives by throwing special attacks. Every 20 of those you convert. Doesn't have to be all at once, even though the one I just did was. Then you gain, you move to your next phase. Once you move 3 phases, you gain a charge and go around again. Okay, 40k medium attacks. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Sorry, 40k light attacks. Wonder what a medium attacks would be. Back off, thank you. Thank you very much, Spacious. I'm glad it's helpful. Go, 20, bang. Oh, that was only 19 because one of them fell off. That's annoying. And all my debuffs have fallen off as well. Also very helpful. Let's move into heavy attack mode. Sentry at max charges is indeed a spicy taco. Get those energy vulnerabilities going as well. Absolutely. Bang. 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 Oh. So our first fight was like 10 minutes. This fight won't even be close. Bosh. Got 9, so all we need to do now is win. And then we'll gain our 10th one. Because you gain 1 charge whenever you win a fight as well. So at this point, we're not going to go for anything flashy. We're just going to keep our debuffs. We're going to close out the fight easily. Could you do a run shy of the collector now, then complete the run once the challenge complete? I believe so. I'm not 1000% sure on that. But I'm 99% sure of that. Which, honestly, if we get stuck on the collector at like 5% health left, I am very tempted to do that in this stream. But we'll see. Isn't Sentry going to get hit hard by the coming nerf? We will see. I won't comment on it until we know what we're getting. As a general rule. There's a small change to how red damage is working, but we'll need to see exactly what's what before. Yeah, I was considering going for the Special 3 God because for the regen, but we weren't going to make it, so didn't bother. Half the time. Excellent. That is what we're talking about. And now we have Sentry at max ramp. So, next fight. I believe it's Quake next. Do we have anything on the Epoch Gauntlet? Oh! Katia. Thank you very much. I don't know what to say. Thank you very much, and I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Let's get you up there. Yeah, if there's anything I can help you with, do let me know. Are you planning on running this yourself soon? Y-L-A-N, like that. K-A-T-T-T. Yep, perfect. And let's just round that. 49. There we go. Let's get you up there in the corner. Yeah, do let me know if you're planning on running this soon, what team you're planning on running. I'll see if I can be of any help. Right, 5.7 million now. So let's see how we do. So we've got more than 8 charges. So we start in yellow mode. You're doing it as we speak. Oh, what team are you running then? So we've got our 10 withers. Let's keep those refreshed. I suck so hard at evading this quake special one. Might just push it to special 2 where I can. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Come on, crit please, Sentry. Ooh, 42. So that was a 70k part 2 of the heavy. I think that's pretty good. Should you rank 3 Sentry for this? Only if you don't have another option. If you have other options, then use them. Nico, Torch, Hulkling, Chi, Wags. Lovely team. I love to see the Chi in long form go so hard. Oh, good. We didn't get the concussion. That's helpful. There we go. So, we just got to get into... So into yellow mode now. So this is pretty much as much damage as our yellow mode is going to get. So 70k medium crits, 50k light attack crits. This is what we are talking about. Oh, we got a charge. That's... Oh, damn, we're about to lose our debuffs. That is quite annoying. Never mind. 60k power sting. Move into our next phase. Right, now we're just going to spam heavies. Unless, of course, we get evaded. When does Sentry start healing? In about a minute. When I get to special 3. You can do something really cheeky with Sentry. You can go light, 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 medium, charge, heavy. Super radical, because you gain... Oh, you... That wasn't very polite. Alright, here comes the regen. So we're at 33% health when we threw this. Now we're at 43% health. So special 2. Thank you. So that was a 20% regen, but then we can convert those buffs. Oh, I just missed it. So, yeah, 20% regen per special 3. Which I think is pretty good. Should probably stop messing around and actually do some damage. Would Kushala or Nico work well here? Yep, absolutely. That was bad. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Could you just crit Sentry? That would be great if you could. Oh, get stunned. That works too. Here we go. Special 3. So we're just going to regen some more. Any replacement for Sentry? He is my main clearer, so you will need someone that can also main clear. So someone... Well, a lot of people are theorizing Heimdall will be a great job for that. But really, there are lots of options that you could use. Right. Here we go. So now we're going to convert those regens into passive, so we get to regen from them again. Ow. I told you I suck at the special one. Ugh. Stop throwing special attacks. We're nearly back at full health. I'm really not making this look as easy as it could do. So, but I recommend you use for the Collector, for someone that's never done the Abyss before. Cry. The Collector is an awful, awful, awful fight. So, good luck. Would I put White Mags in for Odin on the team? Yes, absolutely. White Mags is one of the best champions you can bring for this challenge, just because of his pre-fight. You use one on Mordo, so you've got passive stuns, and use one on the Collector, so you can get around his rubbish, and you use one on another fight. I would recommend Loki, because that's an awfully long and slow fight, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Let's see what we can get out of our medium attacks now. Come on. Oh, we haven't got our energy vulnerabilities up, that's why. Any replacements for Medusa? Literally anyone with an armor break. That's all you're looking for. An armor break. Or someone that's power drain immune. So, Hulkling, for example. Great option instead of Medusa. Ooh, 100k on that second hit the heavy. So they're 100k heavies when neither of them crit. So that's 100k. No, not 100k, 80k, sorry. So it's 80k, 80k. Oh, that was a 200k heavy. Just those heavies just do so much damage. And we'll grab some regen. 700 per tick. Do I mean power steal immune? No, I don't. I do mean power drain immune. So the tech ability in the Abyss, and I'll cover it when we get there, but it's your power is drained and they are granted power equal to yours. So it's not power steal, it's subtly different. Best option for the Collector for the hero run? Probably North Star. Maybe Wong, Professor X could do it. In general, I'd say Horsewoman Storm is the best option. Is the Abyss hard in the ordeal? No, probably not. For me, not really. Definitely slept on Sentry. Yeah, a lot of people do. It's not a problem. That's what we're here for. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking, you've brought the wrong champion, Medusa. You meant to bring a Mystic. And maybe... Oh, do not stunlock me. That might be the case, because if we don't nullify, she's going to go unstoppable. But remember, Sentry doesn't care about unstoppable. We just throw the special one. Heavy attack. Which does mean we're going to have to switch forms, but look, she's unstoppable. Shouldn't care less. Push 2. Easy peasy. Bang. Bang. Bop. Bop. I don't know why I'm throwing heavies. I probably shouldn't be. Oh, that was... Not sure what happened there. You are right, Ellie, that I'm sure one could do it faster. However, I'm playing on a computer and trying to reach out as well, so cut me some slack. It's alright, Ellie's allowed to take the mickey out of me. She's the only person that is. First one. Using JJJ for the villain ordeal. Yeah, he's actually pretty good for that quest. I think Nags showed it off. He can take a lot of fights there. Could you stop doing that, Medusa? Okay, that was... I just didn't throw the special one. There we go. Now we're in our heavy attacks mode. Spam heavy attacks. I can't be bothered to cycle all the way through for max damage, don't need to. We're literally just going to spam heavies now. Make the special one. Don't make the special one. 50k burst every time they throw a special attack. Not bad at all. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Ooh, 80k crit. Another 80k crit. Is it alright to park in front of the collector? I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Just dropping heavy attacks here, like with no tomorrow. Use Zemo for Terax. I mean, that's quite funny to go for the... Presume you're going for the relic strategy. I see it. That's fair enough. Come on, special 2 Medusa. Thank you. Fight me, coward. You're the one that wasn't doing anything. Note that we haven't had to throw any more special ones here, because we can just keep using our heavy attack to keep it refreshed. Let's have some more regen. Just because, why not? Oh, good thing we went for that regen then, because... Oh well, regen's goated. That didn't convert, because she auto-blocked it. That's fun. Don't know whether to use Arcus or Medusa. I mean, they'd both work. I'm using Medusa, so take from that what you will. There we go, 50k, she falls over. How are we doing? 3 minutes? That's alright. Greetings, Tim. How are you doing, sir? Keep on chugging. I think we've got Mephisto next. But Sentry is Fate Seal immune and Incinerate immune, and we had Withers. So guess what? We're going in with Sentry. In a moment, I promise we'll use someone that isn't Sentry. So Mephisto gains all of that nasty Incinerate damage. And all of that nasty power gain. Well, nuh-uh. Unfortunately, we've just got to wait for his soul imprisonment to go away. Ow. And we can start gaining our buffs. Bam, bam. Okay. Carolina has Pulverize. Yeah, that should work fine. Alright, move into heavy attacks mode. Note that this Mephisto doesn't have any persistent charges, so that means no regeneration at 30%. Think of using Sentry, Strange, Fantastic, Wags, and Void. I mean, that'd do nicely. If you've got him, I'd sub out Void for Magneto House of X as a 7-star, so you can use his pre-fights against certain champions, but yeah, absolutely, that team worked fine. This is only a rank 3 Sentry, so... oh yeah, Void's also a villain. Good call, Skelly. Yeah, don't use Void. He's a villain. Bad idea. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Oh, double crits. Very nice. Yeah, rank 3 Sentry, though we do have a 20% attack boost on, just because. Oh, it's so great to see. I think that one heavy attack was like 4% of his health. So, emergency... Fight me, coward. You're the one dashing back. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Just absolutely shredding through this. 6 Iridescent buffs, pulverizes armor up. Yeah. Just chunking him down. That would do well. Just make sure you don't throw... Don't lose too much. Ow. Love the short range on that. Make sure you get his armors down before you start doing anything. There we go. Don't gain too much power or he'll steal it and go special 3. Full yellow bar finish from all of those hits and so on, so on, so on. 2 minutes. Is this getting better for you, Ellie? Is this a bit better? Convinced, taking Sentry to rank 3. He's pretty good. He's pretty damn good for this challenge. Right, up next we have Captain Marvel movie. It'll be the first time we're not going to be using... Finally, we're not using Sentry. Can he take it? Yes. Should you take it with him? No. Instead, we're going to be using Kushala. Can she pulverize passives? She should be able to, yes. If you want to try it out, just go down the right-hand path of the Abyss. And the first fight there is 9-man Infinity War. We're going to be going for a slightly weird rotation on this fight, so do bear with me. It's not your normal Kushala rotation. Ow. Want to see Heimdall cook? I would like to show you Heimdall cooking, but unfortunately, I can't. I wanted to run this on the Content Creator Beta, but couldn't. Could you throw your special attack? No. Okay. Great. Someone said they wanted to see Heimdall in action. I mean, here's Heimdall in action for you. That's why we bring Heimdall. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Doing alright. Could you... No, okay, so she's just decided I'm not going to throw any specials at all. Just because I'm a horrible, horrible human being. So, great. Absolutely nothing we can do about that. Rip us. This fight sucks, in case you hadn't got the memo from it. But for the sake of you all, and for Kater as well, I will use a couple of revives. We've got plenty, so I don't have many health potions, but we are. Is it worth it? No, I mean we're just going to get special 3'd again. So this is why Heimdall's great. Sorry, Harry. It's Nightbot being a bit heavy for you. But you can see every time we hit her, then we gain a lot of damage. I'm only broke, Ellie, because I've just done the other 2 challenges. Normally, I would have a bit more to work with. Get those charges down. Another special one. Wouldn't Nico be better as Captain Marvel? Probably. I mean, it'll be similar at the very least. Special 2. Special 1. Throw the special 2, please, Captain. Thank you. Why? That shouldn't have been unblockable. Heimdall the goat. Don't push special... Okay, special 3. Yeah. This fight is awful. Bring Starkey instead of Sentry. Starkey or Stealthy? But both work. Oh. Captain Marvel is poison immune. Yes, so Nico would have to run her Incinerate pre-fight here. Oh dear. Let's go for another one. I imagine we'll end this fight very, very quickly now. If there was any fight I was going to be using revives on, this and the Collector would be those fights for sure. But luckily, there we go, down in one combo. Oh, against Cosmic, she'll apply Acid Burn. Oh, Ellie coming in with the knowledge. Incinerates would be more interesting, though, on that fight, because every time you give her one of her charges from energy damage, then she gains one of her charges, which takes a whole bunch of damage. So, fun times. It's Mordo. Oh, no, we've got Ghost. Okay. Let's use Medusa. Yeah. So, there we go. We land a medium attack, and now we don't have to worry. This is now just a big ghost. This is very, very simple fight now. Also, you know, I've got to make Cat Murdoch proud of me. And we've also got true accuracy now. So, we don't have to worry about her evading. Which is very, very nice. She can't phase either because she's armor broken, which means our bleeds will keep ticking. Though if you could throw the special attack ghost, that would be... Seriously? Wow. Well, we've just lost a whole bunch of duration on our armor shatter. Thank you. Do we get a refund when they nerf champs? How long have you been playing this game? We all know that's not going to happen. 40k heavy crit. This Medusa is absolutely chunking through Ghost. And now we've got a fervor. So, we'll be placing many, many more bleeds. And yes, they only tick for 141 each. But when you stack up, like, a lot of them, they do a lot of damage. Can unduped Medusa work? Yes, absolutely. You won't have the true accuracy. But, I mean, that's not a big deal. It's going to be a little bit tight. Go, refresh that. They did do it for Shocker, but that's only because people kicked up a fuss. Come on, Ghost. Please? Thank you. This is a stingy Ghost. Which champions would you prefer unawakened? There are very few champions that would prefer to be unawakened. She-Hulk is one of them. In my opinion, Longshot is another, though I know some people would disagree with that. Apart from that, no one springs to mind as this champion is actively better. We lost it. Never mind. They got all our breeds. No way this is harder than the ordeal? No, I'd say not. Apart from the last fight. Rintra. No, I disagree with that one. Rintra loves his awakened ability. But when it gets very, very high sig, you can sometimes struggle with power gain. But usually is a skill issue. Rintra loves his awakened ability. It makes him unbelievably tanky. Ow. Never mind. Do you think Longshot be able to one-shot Captain Marvel movie? Maybe, maybe. Come on. Okay, we're definitely going to lose it as well, so... Gonna do that. You see, I don't like the Nullify on Longshot, the auto one. I prefer to have it very controlled when something's going to happen, not just on RNG. And also, whenever... I want his damage to come in big bursts, not trickle over time. So I want all the buffs on the opponent so that I can remove them all with a special too. Turning them into bad karma is kind of pointless. For me. Yeah. Thoughts on keeping Star-Lord at rank 2 for the challenge? If you want to do the Star-Lord one by itself, so just the first 3 fights, rank 2 is absolutely fine. You shouldn't have any issues there at all. If you want to bring them for the whole thing, then up to you. And now we do exactly what we just did in the previous fight. Thoughts on Stellar Forward Star-Lord? I think it's really good. Not, like, game-breaking, but pretty good, yeah. And now, no more armors for you, sir. You have to solo Quake with Stellar Forged, or you just bring him stealthy, get him to 1%. I honestly don't know. That'll be for experimenting when we have more details on the exact wording of the challenge. Ow. Auto block for the win. When's the next Titan opening? When I have some Titans to open. Maybe at the end of the stream, you never know. We doing any more Ancient Flame videos? Maybe. They didn't do particularly brilliantly, so I got a little bit disheartened, is the honest answer. So I sort of stopped, but maybe if I have nothing better to be doing. But there's so much to be doing in MCOC at the moment that, yeah. Am I going for 7-star magic? I am. So, I mean, you know, any champion that's difficult to get, I want to get my hands on them. Ow. Auto block, thank you. Think of running Sentry, Medusa, Rintra, White Mags, and Cat nor Mr. Fantastic. Lovely team. Shouldn't have... Captain Marvel movie might give you a few problems. Rintra will do alright for it, but unfortunately, he's not the best, because you kind of want energy damage for that. But, you know, he'll work. Magic can deck Serpent Special 2. Yes! Ishcam. Go. Going round and round and round. Oh, no further. That's a shame. No armor break, or no armor shattered, so probably no further. Okay, dropped input, that was fun. Cheeky light intercept. Woo! Ow. I wouldn't say this is lazy content. I'd say it's good reusing of content they already had. Is playing on PC easier? No. I find this significantly more difficult, but in order to stream, I have to do it on the computer. So, for the benefit of you guys, I am doing this. I would much rather be playing on my phone, but... The backdraft light intercept, however, can still be very cheeky, even on the computer. You prefer playing on the PC? More power to you. I don't, but, yeah, absolutely. If you find it easier, do it. Nice, we kept the armor shatter going. We're going into his last 18%, which is where he gets really annoying. Let's keep those bleeds ticking. You see, normally now he would be triggering armor. He'd be triggering his auto block on every hit. He'd have massive power gain. But one armor shattered, shut that down completely. Ow, auto block for the win. Got 50 bleeds now, so that's over 10,000 damage every single second just from the bleeds. Medusa does a pretty good job there. 3 minutes 30. First time you're hearing that? Well, there you go. I prefer the phone. Just what I'm used to. Joe Fixit? Where's Joe Fixit? There he is. Guess who's coming back to party? It's the Sentry. Have I watched the Spider-Man trailer? No, I haven't. So, what do we got to worry about against Joe Fixit? Firstly, does he roll hearts? Because this is old Joe Fixit. He does roll hearts, but it doesn't matter because we can just completely nullify it. Go, special one. So every 10 seconds, Joe places either a debuff on us or a buff on himself. You can see he's got the power gain buff, but it's such a tiny, tiny, weeny little power gain that it doesn't matter. Also, Withers for the win. What's he got now? Fury, not a problem. And drop in the big heavy attacks. Oh, look, he placed a poison on us, but we can get rid of the debuffs on us just by throwing a heavy attack. Cycle round. Ah, fair enough, Harry. Fair enough. Special 2, please, sir. Special 2, please. Look, if you're going to wear a suit, be a gentleman about it. Thank you. Absolutely love using Sentry for content. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Ooh, that was a 140k heavy attack. And that was a 100k heavy attack. Just like that. Easy peasy. Crazy how far the game had come. You still remember doing the Abyss with maxed out 5 stars? This is content designed for 5 stars. Yeah. Damage on Sentry looks mid. It's only because of the health pools we're running against makes him look a bit more mid than he actually is. You got to remember that this guy has as much health as all of Realm of Legends glued together. That's how much health this one champion has. So, how long does it take to run through Labyrinth? A slow run is about an hour. You could certainly do it faster. You've also got to remember that this Sentry is packing a lot of utility. We've got those Withers, we've got great damage, we've got power stings, we've got halt, we've got regen, and so on and so on. Ooh, is that too much? No, no, we're good. Go. Go. How much do I rate this quest on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd rate it much higher now than when I first did it. It was horrible when I first did it. But now, I'd say it's pretty good. Just because it's that little bit easier. There we go. 81k. Heavy attack. Which we need to get back into our heavy attack mode. Although, those are some very nice basic attacks. Bang. There we go. Alright. Ooh! That was painful. This is why we bring the Unstoppable. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Ow. And we lost all our debuffs. Oh well. Keep on trucking. Thank you, Ellie, for your support as always. Yeah, maybe someone bleed immune for this fight isn't the worst idea. Go, let's just rotate. All we've got to do is just don't panic, just keep on trucking. The fight hasn't really changed, we've just got to re-ramp, and off we go. Ah, no worries, Krath, I'm glad they helped. So we've just got to get our withers back, so that he doesn't get too much power, though 3 of those power-ups is giving him a lot of power off every hit. So we're just got to be careful for that. I'm not going to actually risk throwing anything there. Go. Right, we're back into this mode. I really need to throw a special 3 to clear his buffs. Waiting to awaken Isophene to do the villain ordeal. That's spicy. I'll be using Mojo, probably. Bop. How well does Kushala handle the Cosmics? Very, very well. Very well indeed. And Aegon, she will melt Aegon. Ooh, I'm going to say, if we take longer than 90 seconds versus Aegon, then we're doing it slowly. He will destroy Aegon. Can Sentry work in shorter fights? I wouldn't really use Sentry for anything less than, like, Labyrinth, because he does also need that ramp up. If you can do all of that, he's one of those champions, if you give him everything he needs, he'll do really well. If you won't. So I'll leave that one up to you to make that decision. Some very nice numbers coming from these basics. Go, and now we're back into heavy mode, so you see, we've just got to keep calm, re-ramp, and we come back to... He's rolled 3 of his power-ups in a row. That is disgusting. Whew, that's a lot of power. Throw it. Thank you. Strange better than Kushala? Ooh. That's very tough, because Kushala is phenomenal. Ow. This is why the awakened ability is clutch. It's not needed, but it's very nice. Oh, 180k heavy attack. And another one. I don't think one can do that. Keep calm, ramp on. Absolutely. Alright, purified all of those. Some lovely regen coming in now. Absolutely. Just keep calm. Know what you're doing. Know that this guy's basically just a big grey potato. Oh, those are some lovely damage numbers. Another 180k. That was a lot of damage in the last 10 seconds. Very nice. 7 minutes, but, you know, we had to re-ramp and so on. So, meh. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Right, we've got Wongers next. Oh, we're out of energy. No, we're not. Not Wongers. Mordo. Anti-Wongers. So, what have we got to watch out for this guy? Well, mostly just his passive evade. But luckily for us, we've got passive stuns. However, one thing to watch out for against this guy is that any evade he does is classed as an astral evade. And that includes the abyss evade. So anytime that 1% triggers, problems. Am I going to use Mr. Fantastic for any of the fights? No. He's just here for the power stings like that. That's literally all he's here for. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Why not Blue Marvel instead of Sentry? Because I have Sentry, and I don't have Blue Marvel ranked up. He would absolutely work as well. Yeah, no problems. If you wanted to sub those two out. Work just fine. Hate Mortar because of his stupid AI? Absolutely. So when he's got his power gain, he tends to go quite passive. Generally, I give him a tap into the block. But if you can do that, you shouldn't have any issues. So in the evade, you might use Arcus for this fight. That's bold. Do note that all of the different problems that come from having class disadvantage in the Abyss. You know, Ellie, for example, how are you going to handle the reduced damage cap? Because then you can't sit there bragging about your champions. Now, I'm sure Arcus could do this. It wouldn't be the most, like, first choice. Ooh, 70k mediums. You know what? Should we stick in this mode? Maybe we don't need to go for heavy attacks in this fight. We can just sit here. When we crit, we can just watch chunks of his health bar absolutely vanish. Auto, please. Thanks. There we go. Just drop a heavy into his block. Do I have any videos on the other Abyss paths? I don't think so. I haven't... If you want to see me absolutely demolishing the... demolishing the Abyss, I have the world... Well, I had the world record, not anymore. Abyss run on YouTube. That was about 40 minutes. And to put it into context, how long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for coming up on an hour. So I'd already done the Abyss by this point. That was using OG Storm and all of, like, Horsewoman stuff. But, yeah, like, she's absolutely nuts. Right, down the left. Gonna bring Kushala back for this fight. This fight is funny. I don't think I'll even bother healing. This is a fun one. Because now we bait your special one, mate. Thank you. And we throw our special one. And we bait his special one. And we throw our special one. I wonder if you can see a pattern here. And we bait his special one. Actually, let's go for a special 2 of our own. This guy does not like to intercept. I have real problems intercepting this guy. So normally I just don't bother. I try and get one. Nope. Nope. Not going for it. And more incinerates. Casual 18,000 damage per tick. Plus 7,000. This is, what, 25,000 damage now? Per tick. And some more, up to 31,000 damage per tick. Remember, this guy, he's a big boss. He's 5.7 million health. And he's already half down. Parry that for the extra bonus. Wait, special one. Throw our special one. Just a silly amount of damage over time. Throw our special one. Sunday roast duck, absolutely. Bait his special one. I said bait his special one. Thank you. Nice, bait his special one. Throw our special one. I'd love to throw some heavies, but who's got the time? Okay, let's throw a heavy then. And 3, 2, 1, and there we go. That is Kushala at her absolute finest. What are we looking at there? 2 minutes. 2 minutes for 5.7 million health. Nearly 3 million damage a minute, mostly in incinerates. That is some spice. Gaston, I would recommend Medusa there, because you'll need someone that can deal with the cosmics. Anyone want to guess who we're using for this guy? When I said Sentry's the workhorse, I meant it. Ow. Oh, we've got the wonderful Howard the Duck noises. How good is Heimdall post-buff out of 10? In a ramp-up situation, he's pretty good. In a non-ramp-up situation, he's not so great. Just about to watch 746 video. Oh, nicely done, Tom. Congratulations on getting to almost Paragon. You know what? For the sake of everyone's ears. Where's my mouse? Let's just turn Howard off for a little bit. Let's just enjoy the soundtrack. You know, someone's put a lot of effort into writing the soundtrack, so let's just listen to that for a little bit. So go around to here. Someone remind me to turn them back on again afterwards, though, because I will forget. And guess what? Heavy attacks. Actually, at some point, we'll actually be able to do some damage to this guy, because if you noticed, we haven't actually done any damage yet. The Serpent need the Awakening for offense. No, he doesn't need it. It's nice, in the same way that a lot of champions have, you know, nice abilities. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. You want to hear him get hit? Maybe. Am I live on Twitch? No, I'm not. I'm afraid I haven't worked it out yet. Ow. I'm doing a very good job of getting hits today, but never mind. Keep on trucking. Light, 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 medium, heavy. And our Indestructible's back, which is pretty good. Hashtag unmute the duck. No, I think we're good. Love to get the drops. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think most people would. Bump. And right, now back into yellow mode. So we get our big basic attacks. Hashtag keep him muted. We seem to have a slight war going on in chat. Ooh, I am liking these 75k medium attacks, though. I'm a big fan of that. So, keep him chugging. Did I get Black Widow Clairvoyant? No, I don't think I did. Bop. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, back into the heavy attack mode, and guess what we're going to be doing now? Something I don't think we've done it yet, but we're going to throw some heavy attacks. 80k power sting damage is pretty insane every time this guy throws it. Just, yep, another 80k. Just you throw a few heavy attacks, which do massive damage. There's 80k, 80k, bait the special, 70k, 80k heavy attack. Just absolutely go round and round and round. Like, Sentry's so easy once you get him ramped up. There you go. Can we crit? That'd be nice. At some point. Oh no, he got a regen buff. Guess what? I don't care. Is Howard tagged as a robot? I don't believe so. He shouldn't be. There we go. Hear the owl, not the duck. Absolutely, Eric. You're a man of culture, I see. And we just keep this loop going. See, I've been reading chat for most of this. And he's halfway down. Like, Howard's not one of the more annoying fights in the Abyss, that's for sure. But he's certainly one of the tankier ones. And he just keeps on trucking down. Bosh. Bosh. I'm leaning on the special 3 now. Basically, if something goes wrong... Ooh, 100k crit. If something goes wrong, that's what the special 3 is for. So when he evades, or whatever, or my heavy doesn't land, or he won't throw the special, that's what the special's 3 for. Oh no, Thunderquack at 500 per tick. Meh. Super simple. Any suggestions for Mephisto without Sentry or Torch? Yep, the answer is basically anyone. If you can deal with the power gain, the incinerate damage isn't too bad. I think MSD is planning on using Professor X. And I know obviously MSD isn't actually a human, but, you know, you can use anyone. So would Photon work? I would imagine very well. Who was I going to use for my other team? I was going to use Professor X for my other team, actually. But there are so many options. Don't worry, Harry. I got the gist of what you're going for. Cool. Let's get some regen, because we have just chunked our way through this Howard. And then for the last few bits, we will have Howard back. Come on. Thank you. Heavy attack. Could we do some critting? That'd be nice. MSD is an eldritch being? That sounds about right, yeah. No, MSD's a lovely guy. Oh, when can we see my face? It's in the bottom right corner of the screen now. It should be on there at the moment. Do let me know if it's disappeared for whatever reason. Bottom right of the screen. Right, moving on. Who have we got next? We have Hyperion. Guess who we're going to be using for Hyperion? I'll give you one guess who we're using for Hyperion. And it isn't Kushala. Completely visible 100%. Excellent. Good, good. Damn, we missed 27 health off a full yellow bar. Why are we good for this fight? Withers. Look how little power... Look how much his power gain's doing right now. The answer is absolutely nothing. Super, super easy. I also love how his laser vision glitches through the floor here. I think it's very funny. Whee! Did that count? Nope, got to drop a heavy attack. It would be so nice if the debuffs refreshed on knockdown rather than just on heavy attack. Then you could use specials as well. Right, let's get our damage ramped. Oh no, he's unstoppable. Whatever will I do? Apart from just drop a 100k heavy attack into his face. Bop. 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 To be honest, I could go for more damage than this, but I can't be bothered, so I won't. Because I could go back, you know, rotate back through my phases, go grey, back to yellow, back to red. Can't be bothered, we're just going to spam heavy attacks instead. We've got to our special 3. Everything's absolutely fine. We only see the owl, Mr. Payne? That's correct. Yes, that's exactly what you're looking for. 70k. After a while, these numbers stop meaning much. 52k. You see, without the withers, he would have gone for special 3 there. And as much as... I think we've seen enough special 3s from, you know, in the Captain Marvel movie fight for one run. So, no need. What about Heimdall? Is that good? Heimdall, when ramped, is very, very good. I want to do a video on rank 4 Heimdall. I wanted to stream... Ow. This run using a rank 4 Heimdall as my, like, carrying champion instead of Sentry. But unfortunately, I can't stream off the content creator beta, which is what I wanted to do tonight. So that sucks. But we push on. So we're just going to use... This is the team I was just going to use. I was considering bringing Carolina instead of Mr. Fantastic, but actually, all of those power sting damages are very, very nice. At 0 revives, no, we're at 2. I had to use 2 versus Captain Marvel movie, because if you go back and watch it, you'll see she just turtles. I was like, you know what, I'm not throwing special attacks. I'm going to power gain to special 3. Screw you. So, we had to use 2 revives there with Kushala. A very chaotic fight, but quite a fun one. Thinking Sentry, Fantastic Range, White Mags, and North Star. That was honestly probably the perfect team. That is such a phenomenal team. You'll have no issues whatsoever. Man, that Hyperion went down quickly. 2.5 minutes. That's what I like to see. Up next, we have the champion, who is basically exactly the same. And then we might get to the cheesiest fight of the whole run, which will be quite a lot of fun. So, always up and left. The champion. Guess who we're going to be using? The GOAT. Who to rank 4 Sig 200 specifically for the Abyss and Epoch Gauntlet challenges? Heimdall or Beta Ray Bill? I don't really think either of those two would be my first choice. More cheese than better than duck? Yes. Yeah, what I do is I just sit on it and wait until you need someone. That's always my advice. Wait. We haven't got an unstoppable counter. Oh wait, yes we do. Beta Bill can solo the Collector, yes, but it's not an easy fight. So, yeah. Sentry should be cosmic? No, I do not agree. His powers, literally come out of a bottle. He is as much a cosmic as Captain America is. Alright, we've still got our halt. Bang. Well, let's see if we can actually have to use our regen in this fight. Hello, Zemo. How are you doing, sir? Mr. Single Dex in the Quake fight and got stun locks. Ugh, been there, done that. Hate that. Yeah. Quake has always been very, very annoying, and she continues to do so to this day. Yes, so, Cyclops is more cheese than in the Duck, because the way Cyclops works is every 10 seconds he gains a bar of power, but he gains no other power apart from that. So what that means... And so then also you've got to switch between dexing his special one and blocking it. So you've really got to be on the ball and know what's going on. However, we have Withers, which means he's just not going to gain any power the entire fight. That's what I've heard. I've not actually done it, but we will see. We will see. Pop. Heavy attack. Heavy attack. Some crits, please, sir. Back to 92% health. Going to use Zemo and Mojo for the Villains Abyss run. Very nice. I'll be using Mojo. I won't be using Zemo. I'll be using Deathless She-Hulk, Mojo, Deathless Thanos, and someone else who I can't remember right now. Nice. Blasted through that one. Let me go check my spreadsheet. Villains. Onslaught, of course, yes. How could we forget the goat that is Onslaught? He'll be coming with me as well. Ordeal Spider-Ham with the Heroes team made me crash out. Yeah, me too. I brought Spider-Woman for that fight, and it took a very long time, and I didn't like that. That fight took nearly 10 minutes of just basic attacking her, or him, with her. Not great. Right, cheese time. Mojo or Shathra, who's better? For the Abyss, probably Mojo. But, yeah. Ow, ow. Ow. Okay, he shouldn't gain any more power for the rest of the fight. Yep, there we go. Super easy. Oh, Nephi. Yeah, no, Nefari's great. Should probably actually rotate into my... Ow. Just because you can doesn't mean you should hit me. Sentry, Kush, North Star, White Mags, and Dean. Lovely team. Yep, you have no issues at all. More regen. You have a rank 5 Zemo. Oh, he is going to shred. Zemo's never quite been my cup of tea, but I can also, ow, absolutely see why people like him. He's just never quite agreed with me, but that doesn't mean he won't agree with you whatsoever. North Star for the Collector? Yeah, absolutely. North Star is a very, very good collector option. I was literally practicing with North Star earlier today, because if I could have done this on the Creator Beta, would have been running North Star. 140k heavies. So, yep, so we're just going to spam heavy attacks. I didn't mean to do that, but never mind. Anyone got anything they want to talk about? Yep, this is going well. Bit of a cheesy Cyclops moment. Just gonna... This would be the part of it where if I was making a video, I'd probably speed up the footage. Ooh, evade, but didn't punish. Thank you. Doom and Hella moment? Absolutely. Okay, that's 2 evades very close together. He's got a 1% evade chance. He's evaded me twice in 50 hits. 1%, whatever. How good is the buffed Emma Frost? She's pretty good. She's pretty good indeed. What about Heimdall? Is he good? Heimdall is very good now once you get him ramped up. If you don't have him ramped up, then... yeah, he's a bit... I mean, he's like every ramp-up champion, which is he's good when you get him ramped up. But luckily he's a fight-to-fight ramp-up champion like Sentry and Aegon, rather than someone like Star-Lord who you've got to ramp up each and every fight, which can get a bit draining at times. Do you think Jean can be useful on the run? Or should you bring Elsa? Those are both interesting choices. I don't particularly like Jean for longer fights. I'd much rather use Jean for the sort of fights where you go special 1, special 2, and they fall over. Maybe 2 special 1s. I don't really want to be using her for fights where you've got to go round and round and round. Ow. Pay attention. Is Ironheart a nuke? No, not really. Do I have any rank 5s? No. I do not at the moment. I do not at the moment. I am nearly there. Ow. Guess what? We can heavy off our medium attacks. Nearly there. Down to Assassin's range. Who's going to be my first rank 5? That is a good question. So I was thinking Nefaria was my first rank 4. I love Count Nefaria. He's so good. Particularly, I love the fact he's got his high... he's got that high skill cap. where, you know, like parrying specials and so on. You get huge damage out of him. Love using him against the Destroyer. Phenomenal for that fight, and so on, so on, so on. But then I pulled Bastion, and I'm a big Bastion fan. I was one of the people on the early Bastion hype train of like, look, he can do basically everything. I've had Seasons of Alliance where basically Bastion, Nefaria, and then Iron Man for the synergy covers basically everything. So he is certainly a contender. But I've been using Deathless Thanos a lot. I really like Deathless Thanos. He is a very, very spicy meatball. Let's actually use one of Mr. Fantastic's pre-fight. Number 1 Bastion Glazer, you know it. You know it indeed. This fight sucks. This is the fight I'd recommend you use another Wags for. Deathless Thanos is good for everything? Exactly. Exactly. So, you know. Attempted to take the shorter path with Nighthawk and Havoc. Yes, but you do then have to deal with Luke Cage. And Luke Cage is a pain. Throw it. Please throw it. Thank you. And now we're draining his power. So guess what? We're draining his power. So we might just... We're not going to be able to just heavy spam him in the corner. But it's not going to be far off. Oh, this is going to hurt. Yep. So this fight, he's constantly draining my power. You see my power goes down when we're close to him. Which is a real problem. My Bastion video got me to rank 4 him instantly. Well, he is very, very good. Oh, we've lost the... Oops. We've lost the thing. Never mind. Bop. Bop. Bastion does everything? Exactly. Exactly. Smart man once said Bastion does everything. Can't remember exactly who that was, but I'm sure they were onto something. Just give me my first rank 6? Well, that depends on who my first rank 5 is. Jason and Jabari, sir, how are you doing? How's the run going? Very well. We're on 2 revives so far. That's only because Captain Marvel movie lost the special button twice, so we got special 3'd. Actually, we got special 3'd 4 times, but Heimdall, as they say, is the GOAT. But, yeah, we're doing very, very well. What makes this Loki super annoying? Right, so, Loki, he's got 5.7 million health, which means, we've got a lot of stuff to do. So we've got a lot of health to chew through. And you can see when I'm close to him, watch my power bar. You can see when we're close to him, my power bar gets drained. And if my power is being drained, that means most champions that rely on their special attacks can't use special attacks. Because if your power stays at 0 for too long, you get a huge chunk of your health just disappears. So that's fun. Add on to that, Loki should be gaining power between 0 and 1 bars of power. So luckily it only goes up to 1 bar. But we're running Withers on him, so we don't have to deal with that. But combined with the fact that, you know, his special 1 is kind of difficult to punish sometimes. If you get the spacing right, then it's not. But if you end up dashing back or getting stunned by it, that works too. Then, you know, you can end up taking a whole... You know, it's annoying to punish. So this fight is not hard. I want to make it very clear. This fight is not hard. It's just long. It's just long and annoying. Yeah, see, and that range, punishing the special, you can't do it. So, yeah, it's just long and annoying. Hence why I'd suggest the White Mags pre-fight, so you can get some extra damage, basically. I have realised this is going to put me to 0 power, so I need to get away from 0 power very, very quickly. But apart from that, we're doing alright. Throw special 2, please. Special 2, please. Thank you. Heimdall could solo a lot of fights? Yeah, I do think he could. I wanted to do this run with Heimdall. Unfortunately, couldn't. Because I can't stream off the content creator beta. Heavy attack. Loving those power stings. Thinking about Kang, Falcon, or a prestige option. I'm going to presume that's for a rank 5. Jason and Jabari, if you don't do Kang to rank 5 at some point, my disappointment will be immeasurable. We've got to see that man going, you know, a little bit nuts. Will Odin be suitable for Iron Man Infinity War? Ish. Not really. You've got to get rid of that armor or deal with the power. It's not going to be a great fight. You might be able to just heavy attack and spam special 2s, but it's not going to be fun. Do I have She-Hulk on my team? No, I have Mr. Fantastic. So, Most people think that it's the Mr. Fantastic She-Hulk synergy. It's Mr. Fantastic with either She-Hulk or Sentry. So Sentry benefits from it as well. And the crowd goes mild for rank 5 Kag. Absolutely. The rank 5 man. The guy that relies on synergies more than Red Goblin. Am I going to stop before the boss? We'll probably do the first 95% of the boss. Is it illegal to stream on the beta? No, nothing to that. I just can't access the beta on PC. And if I can't get to it on PC, I can't show it. Because you can probably see from my mouse, I am on the PC version of MCOC. So, yeah. Can you do this? I presume so. Pop. Pop. Read second to last. You have my one-time and exclusive permission to just copy and paste it. So there. What rank is the Sentry? He is rank 3. Am I using controller or keyboard and mouse? Not controller. I don't have a controller, so keyboard and mouse. I'll show the control. Actually, I'll show the controls when Aegon's loaded up. Yes, the Mr. Fantastic synergy does also work with Vulture and Dr. Octopus, but I was being very specific about Science Champions. Here are my controls. So WASD for heavy or light, medium, dodge, and block. And then controller shift, it means support. That's just the striker. And then controller spacebar for specials. That's it. Literally just one hand. Right, Aegon, Kushala. Let's try not to die embarrassingly. Think the game should get rid of synergies and give the characters the ability of this synergy? Absolutely not. Because some champions would be so disgustingly broken that I really don't think that would be a particularly good idea. Alright, 1, 2, intercept? Nope. Nope, come on, 1, 2, intercept. Which buff is the best for all time? Probably the buff that turned the champion from the worst into the best. Probably Red Mags. Scarlet Witch synergy? Yeah, that'd be pretty nutty. Her synergy with Quicksilver is phenomenal. There we go, finally got an intercept. Synergies make team competition interesting. Exactly. It's a shame the game has moved away from synergies, because they are a very fun part of the game. Have I ever used Miles? On and off. Clock's ticking, you are correct, actually. But I'm probably not going to actually get my time because I've been yapping. Sinister buff? Yeah. Sinister was okay before his buff. Okay, right. Now, here come the spicy fireworks. How did I get used to playing on PC? By doing it. I don't particularly enjoy it. I much prefer playing on my phone. Nice. But, by the by, this is a very, very slow Aegon kill. Which is a bit of a shame. Think of ranking up Sentry for the Abyss. He's not awakened. Can still... Yeah, he does not need to be awakened. Not at all. Not at all. Hey, we actually got special intercept for special attacks. That never happens. Is Kushala any good without the Scarlet Witch? Yeah, she's phenomenal. Really, really good champion. More incinerates. More incinerates. Oh, I should have gone for special too. Never mind. Strange annihilates this Aegon. Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah, this is a really slow Aegon fight. I could have probably done it in half this time. But never mind. Would you play MCOC if they didn't have the Marvel characters? Well, it wouldn't... Ow. Totally be MCOC at that point, would it? But, I did play Injustice Mobile for a little bit. About 12 years ago. Oh, God. 12 years ago. Sheesh. That was a long time ago. But, so, I like this sort of game. There we go. That was a very, very slow. 2 minutes 31. Ugh. Should have been about 90 seconds. Never mind. Can Doctor Strange be a replacement for Kushala? Yes, I would say so. More energy refills. Who are we going to be using for Invisible Woman? Does anyone want to take a guess who we're using for Invisible Woman? Anyone at all? Correct. Medusa. Does Nico work? Yeah, she should do. So in your first year of uni when you started MCOC? Absolutely the same for me. I was also in my first year of uni when I started playing MCC. Whoop. That one miss has just given her 21,000 health. Never mind. Oh, Ellie. Clearly can't type anymore. Yeah. Onslaught does most fights? Yeah. Saying it won't be fun? I mean, that's why I've tried to put together a team that isn't fully Onslaught focused. Just so I can actually, like, not play Onslaught for a bit, but hey. How would I rank Okoye? Okoye's a very, very good champion. I think she's overrated, but that doesn't mean she's bad. Okoye is a very, very good champion. Oh, we've lost a lot of time on that. But people do seem to have the idea that she can do anything. And while she can do a lot, she can't do everything. So, yeah. Always got to watch out for that invisible. Ow. And we're going to lose. Oh well. Sometimes I go through a phase of not being able to dex a special one properly. The villains from like to be sinister here, sinister there. I mean, he is sinister. He's very, very good. Mine will probably be Deathless Thanos, Deathless She-Hulk, Mojo, and Onslaught. So yeah, Okoye is very, very good. I take her into war a lot, you know, but only where she's useful. You know, don't try and force her into situations where she's not going to work. But she is very, very good. Where did I get the Doctor Strange Ascension token? I didn't know I had a Doctor Strange Ascension token. Make it to special 3. Yes, we can. Gonna rank 5 Vox. Spicy. I'd love to see a rank 5 Vox in action. Starting to get some decent damage out of this Medusa. Ow. He says getting hit. Maybe I was just getting hit to, you know, get some extra power. Do those power stings she places hurt? No. They deal like 600 damage or something, which is basically nothing. The actual problem comes from if they expire and you don't have a debuff on her, you get stunned like Yellow Jacket. So I'm using Medusa here just to make sure I got loads of debuffs. I could have absolutely used Sentry for this one, but didn't feel like it. We've seen enough Sentry today, I think. Plus, bleeds are very helpful against Invisible Woman. They automatically unpause her invisible, like that. So that's very, very helpful. If you have Nick Fury, he is phenomenal for this fight. Like, he can... A rank 4 Nick Fury would be just disgusting. Any fights you have to counter? I would say no, but you want someone that can either nullify reliably or deal with Unstoppable, or you're going to have some very bad times against the Cosmic, sorry. Can you do it without them? Yeah, absolutely. Have done. If you look at my speed run of the Abyss, we used Storm to do a bunch of Unstoppable champions. It's ridiculous, because Storm is ridiculous. But that's someone you really want to deal with, and then you want someone. Ooh, reaction time. You want someone that either has armor breaks or somewhere removing armors, like pulverize or whatever, or is power drain immune. For the Tex, Ghost, and Iron Man Infinity War. If you've got that covered, you can pretty much bring whoever you want. So some way, either good nullifier or slow can deal with slow. And, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought, but you get the point. There you go. Someone asked about the power stings. I just threw a special 2 with 3 power stings, and I took like 2% damage. What is the best synergy team for OG Storm? Obviously, you need OG Storm. So that's actually not a simple question. Because if you wanted to max out everything, you'd need about 10 slots. Carolina should melt Iron Man very quickly. Yeah, she'll shred through him. So, you need OG Storm and you need Apocalypse. Those two are the big two. You could also bring... I think it's the Cyclops synergy that makes her specials a bit nicer or a bit cheaper. There's all sorts you could bring in there, but basically make her a horsewoman, and that's what you really want. Ow. Auto block for the win. Ooh, I'm not sure I should have dexed that. Absolutely, Harry. You get a good night's sleep, sir. And good luck with whatever uni brings you tomorrow. Will Cull work? He's not a... Actually, he's definitely not a hero. Oh, I didn't have a debuff on her. He's definitely not a hero, and I don't actually think he's marked as a villain either. I believe he's marked as Thanos' army. So, yeah. I'm afraid Cull... Could he work for a normal Abyss run? Probably. Could he work for this Abyss run? No. Is Medusa the best for Red Skull? In general, very solid option. I'd say Carrion is probably better. However, for Abyss Red Skull, you can Ronan choose him. So, yeah. Right. This is a point where you realise that Kabam is an absolute troll. Because guaranteed on this last spot, Cull Obsidian. Never mind. Nearly there. Hitmonkey's tagged as a mercenary, I believe, so he's kind of neither. Oh, God, I hate the collector fight so much. Is this fight annoying? No, not really. That was a 350,000 special one. Fun times. Ow. Oh, please don't kill me. Heimdall, Kushala, Prowler. Yeah, that should do you fine. Right, let's actually do this fight properly before I embarrass myself. That was a nearly 1 million special one. Plonk. Could you throw the special, please? The last thing I want to do is die at this point. Boosh. 200k. Heavy attack. Because we haven't done enough of those today. $500k. If I die to Cull, I'm washed. Or I'm just tired and playing on PC. You never know. But also, yes. 700k. So I believe Thanos' army was introduced when Blade was absolutely meta in the contest. So, and he shreds through villains champions. So they just didn't give all of the new Thanos champions villains. So Thanos is a villain, but Cull Obsidian, Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, and so on. None of them are marked as villains. But never mind. So, now we are on to... Oh my god, I hate this guy so much. Who are we going to start with? Sentry, I guess. Prepare for rank 3 Sentry solos the Abyss Collector. That's not going to happen. Honestly, we don't really have a particularly good collector option. Yeah, this is going to suck. I hate this fight so much. Is there any rotation for Kushala? Yes and no. She's a very complicated champion, not one I can sort of explain in a few minutes. Oh, great. I hate this fight so much. Nope, we removed my halt. Sorry everyone, I've got to lock in now. I might not be able to read chat for a moment. Okay, we've got the halt to stick. That's really good. Ow. Ugh. Oh, for God's sake. This is the part where I probably get stun locked. Oh, what? Don't like that. At some points, I really love Sentry's massive block proficiency with all those bulwarks. Sometimes it's really, really helpful. Come on. Refresh the debuffs. Oh, what? On my phone, I'd know I'd get that hit through. But not here, which is quite annoying. So we've got a time warp now, so we've got to knock him down, otherwise we lose 50% of our health, because. And we got stunned, because I took my finger off the key. So, oh, what? He's removed. Where did my halt debuff go? That's really bad, because now I've got to cycle phases again, and that's the last thing I wanted to do. Oh, that's really, really bad. We've got to have the halt up, otherwise he's going unstoppable. And, you know, can't deal with that. Special 2, sir. Thank you. How do you evade mid-heavy? Because he's the collector, and he decided to. Refresh the debuffs, including the... Where's my halt debuff gone? Oh... So now he's going unstoppable just whenever I hit him too hard. Okay, we've got the hold. What? Now I've lost all my debuffs. Excellent. Nope, he evaded. So we get smacked. Oh, this fight is rough. And I've done it quite a few times. I promise you, NPC, Doctor Strange does not solo with ease. No one solos this fight with ease. People on YouTube make it look easy, but I promise you, there is a hell of a lot that goes into it. No one solos this fight with ease. Not even close. And if you think it's easy, you probably haven't tried it yourself. Nope, that's it. That's game. Oh no, we've got Heimdall. Ah. Would North Star be good for this fight? Yeah, no, he's one of the best options for this fight. Honestly, not a bad run. Not a bad run. One does not simply solo the Collector? Absolutely. Yeah, North Star, I'd go Special 3, Special 2, Special 1 spam. Yeah, that'd probably be the way you want to go. Yeah, this is easily top 1 worst fights in the game. Is it worth healing up with Kushala? So, if I hadn't brought either of the 2 support champions, and we had White Magneto, this is the fight to use on, because we can passive stun him. You can't shrug that, can do so much. Necrogram Master's worst? Not even close. Not even close. Let's just go in with Medusa. This is going to go terribly. Medusa is not a good option here. But we knew this fight would suck, so. So we've got to knock him down before that red timer goes away. Otherwise, we take 50% of our health as damage. 50. No one perfectly counters this fight, I'm afraid. No, double evade. He's got a 10% evade chance. 10% evade chance. Random, well, random-ish unstoppables. Like, it's just disgusting. I promise you MSD cannot. I've spent time talking to him about it. You can dex a special 2 reliably. Dexing the special 1 is just not a thing. It's possible, but may as well not be. Remember, this fight is designed for 5 stars. Just remember that when you're crying over it. Here we got 1 armor break to stick. That's fun. Nightcrawler's increased dex window might be able to do something. I've never seen anyone actually try Nightcrawler this far into the Abyss. And you block his specials? Yep. But when he drops below a certain health threshold, he does gain 25% increased block penetration on his specials. So, yeah. Cerastes is harder. I cannot express how much I disagree with that statement, but each to their own. Ah, damn, I got 5 to stick there for a second. Cyclops has true focus. He does, but he also hits too hard, so the Collector goes unstoppable and stun locks you in the corner, so that's the end of that. You'll see by the time we get to the end of this fight, he's basically unstoppable all the time and has a 10% evade chance. Can shield be good for this guy? You're going to lose a huge amount of damage because your bleeds aren't going to stick. Because he's got natural tenacity. He also has increased power gain. And of course, the Tranquilize on the special too, you have to actually get to land, because he's going to shrug that off as well. Is Wong good for this fight? Wong's okay for this fight. I have seen Wong solo, but it's a bit of chaos. Because you're both basically just spamming specials at each other at that point. And he removed my arm shatter. Wonderful. For me, this is really just a fight of do as much damage as you can and try not to cry. So that's where we are. Not crying. Is the Karina challenge actually out? No, it's not out yet. So what we're going to do is when we get to about 2% on this guy, I'm going to make sure that we don't actually beat him. So we'll beat him at another point. Oh, no. Oh, we got the auto block. Heimdall for the win. And he evaded. Of course he did. Will Niku do well? I mean, I can't remember which health threshold he goes poison and incinerate immune. So, yeah. Yeah, so Jean will just trigger his unstoppable. So the problem this guy has, let's find his abilities, is there's one particular line, which is this one. If the Collect takes more than 1% of his current health from a single hit, he goes unstoppable for 5 seconds. So currently, that's 23,000 damage. If you hit him harder than 23,000 damage, he goes unstoppable. When he only has 100,000 damage left, or health left, that means every hit, pretty much, is going to cause him to go unstoppable. So, yeah, awful. Just awful. At least we've got some regen. Come on. So this guy, supposedly, ow, I thought that was a special too, has a 55% shrug off chance. He just shrugged 5 parries in a row. Hey, my soul barb's stuck. That makes a change. Oh, never mind. How do I constantly intercept? Too much practice and not enough touching grass. Is pretty much the answer. Right, I guess we're just throwing the whole team at this guy. Would you be able to use slow champions? Yes, as long as you can get the slow to land. Oh, so that parry stuck, did it? So that's why North Star is such a good option for this fight. It's why Captain Britain's a pretty good option for this fight as well. They can both do passive slows. I forgot to apply any pre-fights to this guy. Ah, well. Not going to make a huge difference. As you can see, this fight is just a... Oh. It's just an absolute mess. Shield, not particularly great. Like, maybe, but not really. No, Captain Britain couldn't passive slow this fight. I've seen it done. Yeah, White Mags is so good for this fight, because we could stun him right now. If we had White Mags, we could stun him down to about 40%. So that's why I recommend it. At this point, I'm kind of more focused on chat than actually doing the fight, so we're just going to throw a team revive at this. Ah, Heimdall. Always the GOAT. Ooh, that's some good heavy range, actually. Some very nice heavy range from Heimdall, there. Ah. Great. Stunned. Now, my Heimdall's not awakened, which means he doesn't... yeah, doesn't benefit... Oh, this is going very poorly. Not awakened, so we don't get any, like, protection. But never mind. We got a Fury. Man, that's a lot of damage. There's only rank 1 Heimdall, so don't expect much from him. Actually, we got True Strike from our special, so that's why he's not evading us. Which is very nice to see. So maybe Heimdall could be a good option. Well, not good option for this fight, but a non-terrible option. Would JJJ work? I mean, potentially. Would the Nameless Collector be good on offense? No, not really, actually. He's just got absolute BS in him. So, he's a defender through and through. Right, let's just lob a team revive at this. No team health potions, and only 2 regular ones. Never fully explored Abyss? You know what? Me neither. And he evaded me. Great. I know Sentry can solo this fight, but I'm not sure I can. Well, not with Sentry. I have soloed this fight. I soloed it twice. No, 3 times. All with OG Storm. She's so good. Mainly because her damage is just disgusting. Ow. If you could not evade for 5 minutes, that would be great. You think you can do a deal with rank 2s? Yep. It's going to be slightly more expensive and not quite as fun, but yeah, you absolutely could do. Ow. Yep, evade. Why not? Go. Please don't evade. Oh, and he's power draining me now. Thank you very much, sir. What a fun fight this is, everyone. Are you having fun too? Well, you're probably having fun enjoying my suffering, but... Oh, he's now stun immune, so we can't even chain heavies. Oh, dear. I hope I'm not getting too salty for you all. But never mind. So he's now fully stun immune. Want to try Purgatory for the villains run? Yeah. What's the highest amount of defender kills you've got in Alliance War? 187 or something. It's ludicrous. Oh, that was as an alliance, not just... That was no, that was my battle group, sorry, not just me. Should have brought Wong. Maybe I should have done. One of the reasons, Elliot, that I actually moved away from bringing Wong for this, because I did consider him, is 1, he's only rank 2. And 2 is that I've got to play him on PC, which means I'm not... You know, the controls are slightly more foreign to me. And there goes half my health. North Star the best collector counter? He's certainly one of them. He's got amazing damage, a good ramp-up length, but he also has passive slow. Which means you don't have to worry about all the evades, all the unstoppable, and so on. How confusing is pathing across the abyss? Not really. If you know where you're going, it's pretty simple. I see. Yeah, so I have no problem playing Wong on my phone. Did the armor shatter actually stick? Wow. Right, full decks of the special 2. Here we go. 1 health point in a dream. Ah, I mean, we've got some of it. I have no problem playing Wong on my phone. Just on the computer where I've got to think more. It's not going to be so good. If you do the easy path, you have to have someone that can armor break. Either armor break or is power drain immune. And preferably someone that can nullify as well. Can Deadpool X-Force take these fights? I mean, maybe. I wouldn't recommend him for them, but I guess. Hey, he didn't shrug my soul barb. That's some good damage. See how many of these he shrugs off. Oh, he's incinerate me now. Of course he is. Of course he is. Can Iron Fist work for this fight? Yes, if you bring approximately 1,000 revives. I think that's about right. Oh, my heavy was enough to trigger his unstoppable. That's fun. British sarcasm at its finest? No. Please don't evade, please don't evade, please don't evade. Oh, but it was enough to trigger the unstoppable, and he tenacity did it. To be fair, Kushala is also pretty good for this fight. If you can get her, like, take her in right from the start, get her ramped up with a couple of special 3s, and then go really, really hard on the damage over time, I could actually see her doing good work. Oh, dear. What city am I from? I was born in Warwickshire, but I don't live there anymore. And you won't get more specifics from me than that. And he evades the special 2 Augustus. You can see how much power this guy's gaining as well. He gains a huge amount of power as the fight goes on. Every time I hit him, he's gaining so much. Which is great for trying to push him to the special 2, but... Okay, so we're actually going to throw this whilst he is... And he tenacitied it. Great. To be fair, Kushala is holding on in this fight. For all the absolute rubbish this guy's throwing our way, she is doing pretty well. Why is the Abyss Collector like this? Clearly someone at Kabam was having a bad day when they designed him. Don't trigger the unstoppable. Oh, he tenacitied it. See, it's definitely got a 55% tenacity. Ah, pressed the wrong button. 55% tenacity, and that's why he does it every single time. He's got unstoppable on a timer now, so he can go unstoppable from me hitting him, and when I don't hit him. Ow. Stop evading. Ah, that's it. That's game, I think. Ah, willpower for the win. Ah, no willpower. Nico's buff immunity should prevent him from getting unstoppable. Potentially, yes. Though he might... I can't remember if it's passive or a debuff. If it's passive, he'd be fine. If it's a debuff, he might shrug it. So, watch out for that. Might need another team revive for this guy. That's fine. Yeah, once the Collector gets quite low, he will go Poison immune and Incinerate immune. So, good luck with that part with Nico. Is Beta Ray Bill or Carolina better here? Beta Ray Bill. They're both viable options, but Beta Ray Bill is definitely better for this fight. Hey, look at that, we've got a permanent Fury. Oh, he's unstoppable. Because, screw you. Got him down 2%, guys. I hope everyone saw that. Just gonna flex that one on there. Is this my main account? I only have the one. Are you impressed, Ellie? Was that enough for you to be impressed? Just gonna sit here flexing that. Okay, NPC Gamer, you want me to do it again? Just did for you. Just for you, sir. Damn. Quite pleased with myself after that one. I'm feeling a bit less salty. Oh dear. Yeah, this fight sucks. Full special 2, it shouldn't be possible. It is possible, just did it. When you do wrong, you get the Wong solo. You know what, Ellie? Yeah, fine, whatever. Do it. I challenge you. Consider yourself challenged. I'd be curious to see it, to be honest. Oh, I haven't even got a striker on this guy. Oh, that's pathetic. Ow. Oh, we're both unstoppable now. You know, I'm just going to throw this. I don't care if it pushes him to special 3. This fight was not going to last much longer anyway. Let's quit out that one. Remind you on Wednesday. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Right, one more. Hopefully this should do it. Yeah, I was quite pleased with that. Okay. Nope, tenacity. No, he's stun immune. Ow. Oh. We just pretend that one didn't happen. That one definitely didn't happen. But this is the sort of thing that happens when you start fighting the Collector, which is just like, oh, you just got stun locked. He evaded, got stun locked. Nothing you can do. And you really have to try your best to not get tilted by it, because it just happens, and there's nothing you can do. So, deep breath, we move on to the next champion. We try not to get too annoyed. We haven't even got onto the worst part yet. Genuinely speaking, his worst ability comes in the last 10%. Ow. Just push him to special 2 and full dex. Ah, now you understand. I mean, technically you're not wrong. That is something that I suppose we could try and do. He's unstoppable from a 10k hit now. I think we've got to go to special 3. Remember, if I hit him for more than 1% of his current health, he'll go unstoppable. So that's about 8,000 damage. There he is. Oh yeah, so that was a 7.7k medium crit. And that was enough to make him go unstoppable. So medium crits now make it go unstoppable. Ah, no. I dexed. I shouldn't have dexed. Should not have dexed. Ooh, just about escaped that one. Let's go special 3. So in the last 10%, for anyone wondering why I really hate it, is basically whenever he hits you, you gain 2 charges. If it hits your block, you gain 1 unless you parry it. You gain those charges. If you get to 20 charges, you die. That's it. Game over. There's literally nothing you could do. You just die. Oh, he's unstoppable now because I hit him. You can see how fun this fight gets. Oh, I would have sworn I blocked that. Apparently not. Ah, rubbish. Beta rebuild, yeah, he can do some work on this fight because he's got his grit, so you can get around the unstoppable. He's not perfect in any way, but it's alright. Well, I'm making a Heimdall guide for the Abyss. I wanted to do this run with Heimdall ramped up, actually, but unfortunately I didn't get him ranked up because I can't use the content creator beta while streaming. Because reasons. So, yeah. Instead, we're here. Would Absman be good? He'd be okay. Yeah, I'd say let's go as far as okay. I don't want to, like, push any further than that. Yeah, but this I can't go for the Special 2 Soul Hunter because even though, yes, it would be a passive Soul Barb, he would go unstoppable. And, you know, before, because the Soul Barb triggers on the last hit. So, yeah, problems. As much as I would like to. Ah, no, that's game. Well, it would be if Heimdall... Oh, no, that is game. Ugh. As I said, I knew this fight would be awful. I knew this would take me revives. I didn't plan particularly well for this guy. I don't have a North Star. Even someone like Professor X that I have at rank 2 would be okay. Would Carolina Dean be good? She'd be okay for the first 60%. The problem after that... Oh. Should have reacted faster to that. The problem after that is he goes Incinerate immune. So all of her damage kind of gets curtailed at that point. So yeah. Do I play other video games at all? Yep, I do. My current video game that I'm playing too much of is Factorio. I've downloaded that recently. That's very much enjoyed that. I played a lot of Space Engineers. Really enjoyed that. Played a lot of Team Fortress 2. Really enjoyed that. I'd say those are probably my core... Oh, Bloons. I play a lot of BTD6 as well. Those are probably my core set of games at the moment. Space Marine 2 when I feel the need for it. I'm a big fan of that one. Yeah, I'd say that back covers me for the moment. And he's unstoppable. Oh, Ellie, don't tell me you play TF2 as well. Oh, dear. I'm an NG main at heart for TF2. I can see you being a scout main, Ellie. Yeah, that adds up. No, the reason I main engineer is because when I first started playing TF2, I was playing it on Wi-Fi that was genuinely, and I did look it up at the time, the internet at my parents' house, because that's, you know, I was about 15 or something, was worse than it was on Mount Everest. It was just dreadful. Just because we lived in the middle of nowhere. So I played engineer because I could play with awful, awful lag, and the gun would shoot things for me, so I didn't have to worry. So that's why I main engineer. Also, he's just sort of very me about pre-planning and that sort of thing. Yeah, and Uncle Dane over here. Another Space Marine player? For the Emperor, my brother. Absolutely. Another banging game. What are your thoughts on the Tech Marine if you've played it? Well, guess that'll do. Absolutely. Nice, we've got a heavy attack. Is it worth bringing Mr. Fantastic and White Mags? I would say so. So, Mr. Fantastic is basically here just to support Sentry. That's pretty much all he's here for. You can use him if you haven't ranked up. I know he does well in some fights. I didn't because mine's not ranked. But, yeah. Absolutely. Heavy attack. Ah, get my controls confused. There we go. How good would Doctor Strange do here? I have seen him solo. So Nag's got a solo of this fight with him. That doesn't mean it's easy by any means. In fact, I would say quite the opposite. This is a tough, tough fight. Is this fight hard? Yes. Oh, we're in the displacement phase now, so you can see those displacement charges. If I get to 20 of those, I die. So, that's fun. You enjoyed the Tech Marine? Cool, cool. Maybe at some point we'll have to have a variety stream where we just play a bunch of games that I play. Hey, we've got a passive Soul Barb. Although we're gonna die, but we've got a bit of a passive Soul Barb. How are we doing? We're nearly there. We are nearly there. You'd like that? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Let's take in Medusa, because I don't think she'll do very much. Because, yeah, exactly, Vicey. You get the exact idea. This last phase is awful. Because remember, he's going to go unstoppable if I deal more than 4,000 damage on a hit, which is basically all of them. Luckily, it does have a cooldown. Oh, there he goes, unstoppable again now. Right, come on. Nearly there. That's it. Also, we can't use Heimdall to get around the displacement. You just die. So, that's fun. Do you need to do the ordeal challenges before doing the Abyss one? No, I don't believe so. You can do them in any order you'd like. Okay. No, we're going to have one more run, but I do not want to kill him, because I want to do that on Wednesday. So. Oh, and he's unstoppable already. Wow, one. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Great. That was very good. Good. Yep. That was fun. Would NTW be good for this fight? No, not really. Not really. Yeah, this fight's genuinely painful. See, sometimes we full decks a special 2 twice in a row, and sometimes that happens. 600 damage was all it took. You don't want to kill him, well, you're doing a great job of it. Thank you, Ellie. You're always so helpful. I am indeed doing a great job of not killing him. Much rather. Displacement got us. Yeah, no one is good for this fight. Some people just survive it. Okay, so I'm going to leave him there for tonight. You can imagine how this goes. Which is just going to involve me throwing another Team Revive at him. He goes unstoppable after like 1,600 damage. It's ludicrous if you don't bring a good counter to this fight, which is why I'm trying to just really emphasize to you all, bring a good counter. However, let's open just a couple of crystals to end us off. Just because, you know, you guys have stuck with me. So, thank you very much for that. Let's see what's in this Titan. Who are we looking for? Someone new. Someone new's always fun. Is he new? There we go. New champion. Easy as that. Am I ever going to use those 6-star shards? When I need ISO. That's why I open them. I did need ISO recently. I was ranking up a bunch of champions. We've got some 7-stars. I actually haven't got any 7-stars to open. That's disappointing. Do we have anything interesting? This is going to be 7-star Lumitrix out of here would be great. Oh, I mean, it's a 7-star. Can't knock that. Spot instead. Not bad, not bad. Unfortunately, Elliot, I do not have a time for a BG. Honestly, I thought I would be finished about half an hour ago. So I am running a little behind schedule at the moment. Do we have any 7-star relics? No, no 7-star relics to open. Let's just open the Battlecast ones. See if we can get anything here. Anything good? Mr. Sinister, that's... See if we've got anything in the main section worth opening. Probably not. I did a fairly good clear out recently. Oh, some rebirth crystals. See what's in those. That's pretty good. I'll take that. The 2 30% boosters is pretty nice as well. I'll probably use one of those for the villains run. Incursion's health potions are very good to pick up because they're difficult to get your hands on. Cool. Anything else worth popping? We're not going to find a random 7-star 3 to 4 gem like we did last time. It's a bit of a shame. That was quite a good find. Anything in here? Huge number of login crystals. Nope. I'm on a power event. Nothing here to open. Nice profile picture. No. So, I think with that, I think we'll leave it there. Is anyone else streaming? I always forget to go and raid someone. Let's go and find someone else. Is anyone else streaming on YouTube at the moment? Not from my list, so that doesn't mean no one is. Anyone find anyone that's streaming? Open the Valiant? Fine. You can raid on YouTube, or unofficially, you just show up and start doing stuff. Let's open these Valiants, see what we get. Now all 5 stars. Okay, I can't see any you want, so with that... Thank you. And I will see you next time. Cheers, everyone.